Crop circles, alien messages, or elaborate hoaxes. Today we're diving into this mysterious phenomenon that's been puzzling researchers for decades and challenging our understanding of the unexplained.
Oh, crop circles. I've always been fascinated by those intricate designs. What's the latest thinking on their origins?
Well, it's a topic that continues to spark debate. Let's start with a mind-bending discovery from 2004. A mysterious rock was found near the infamous Roswell crash site, bearing an image almost identical to a crop circle that appeared in Chiselden, England, back in 1996. Now that's quite a coincidence, don't you think?
That is strange. Do researchers have any theories about this connection?
Some believe it could be evidence of extraterrestrial communication. The idea is that if aliens were trying to contact us, creating massive symbols in our crops might be an effective way to get our attention. After all, these formations are often best viewed from the air, which adds another layer of mystery to their creation.
That's fascinating. But what about the actual content of these crop circles? Are they just random designs, or is there more to them?
That's where things get really interesting. Many of these crop formations contain advanced astronomical, scientific, and mathematical equations. There was even one that represented pi to 10 decimal places.
Wait, what? Pi in a crop circle? How does that even work?
It's quite fascinating. The formation had different arc lengths that, when measured, gave the digits of pi. There was even a small circle to represent the decimal point. It's a brilliant example of using geometry as a code to represent numbers.
That's incredible. It really makes you wonder about the level of knowledge and skill required to create these intricate designs.
Exactly. Some researchers argue that the complexity of these formations goes beyond what humans could achieve, especially given the short time frame in which they often appear. We're talking about massive designs, sometimes spanning hundreds of feet across a field, arranged with mathematical precision.
So, if humans aren't making them, what could be? Are there any other phenomena associated with crop circles that might give us clues?
Well, there are some intriguing reports of strange lights associated with crop circle formations. In 1991, a photographer named Steve Alexander captured footage of a metallic light floating in a field where a crop circle had appeared in Wiltshire, England.
Metallic lights? That sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. Is this a common occurrence with crop circles?
It's more common than you might think. Many crop circle researchers have reported seeing these mysterious orbs of light. Some even believe they could be some kind of extraterrestrial technology used to create the formations. There's a theory that these orbs might be like peepholes for exploration, sent out by an advanced alien race.
That's a wild theory, but let's take a step back for a moment. How long have crop circles been around? Are they a modern phenomenon?
You know, that's a great question. While crop circles have gained a lot of attention in recent decades, there's actually evidence of similar phenomena dating back centuries. In 1678, a woodcut pamphlet called The Mowing Devil was published in Hertfordshire, England. It depicted a devilish figure creating a circle in a field of oats.
So people have been trying to explain these mysterious formations for hundreds of years. How have the explanations evolved over time?
It's interesting to see how the theories have changed. In 1880, an English scientist named John Caprone proposed that a cyclonic wind of unknown origin could create perfectly circular patches of flattened crops. He might have been one of the first to connect crop circles to what we now call UAPs or UFOs.
It seems like the scientific approach to studying crop circles has really developed over time. What kind of research is being done today?
Well, in 1999, U.S. billionaire Lawrence Rockefeller established a grant to assist with one of the largest studies of crop circles in history. This reflects the growing interest in the scientific study of how and why crop circles are created. One of the most interesting findings came from a scientist named W.C. Levengood. he discovered some very strange things happening in and around crop circles, including evidence of microwave radiation and other forms of energy that seemed to affect the plants in unusual ways.
Microwave radiation? That sounds potentially dangerous. Were there any positive effects observed?
Surprisingly, yes. Levengood found that some of the crops taken from within the formations showed accelerated growth rates. In fact, the growth rate inside the crop circles was 5% faster than outside. Based on his findings, Levengood developed a technique called molecular impulse response, which is now used to accelerate plant growth.
That's incredible. So research into crop circles actually led to advancements in agriculture? Who would have thought?
Right. It just goes to show how unexpected discoveries can lead to practical applications. But there's another phenomenon associated with crop circles that's equally mind-boggling. Ghost formations.
Ghost formations? That sounds spooky. What are those exactly?
These are instances where the impression of a crop circle appears long after the field has been cleared. Sometimes, even after the farmer has harvested the crop, you can still see elements of the design persisting in the field.
That's eerie. It's almost as if the formation leaves some kind of lasting imprint on the land. Do we have any explanation for how this happens?
Some researchers believe it could be related to the radiation or energy associated with the creation of the crop circles. But like many aspects of this phenomenon, it remains a mystery. These ghost formations have been documented with photographic evidence, adding another layer of intrigue to the crop circle phenomenon.
It's clear that there's still so much we don't understand about crop circles. While some are undoubtedly man-made, the complexity of certain formations, the associated phenomena like light orbs, and these ghost formations all suggest that there might be more to the story.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about the global scale of this phenomenon. Crop circles have been reported in more than 50 countries, with potentially over 10,000 documented cases in the modern era. This widespread occurrence adds to the mystery and makes it harder to dismiss as simply the work of local pranksters.
That's a staggering number. With so many crop circles appearing around the world, have there been any patterns or trends observed in their designs or locations?
Interestingly, many crop circles incorporate elements of sacred geometry, shapes like tetrahedrons, cubes, and octahedrons. Some researchers believe these geometric patterns might be keys to understanding higher dimensions or advanced scientific concepts.
It's almost as if these formations are trying to teach us something, but who or what could be behind such an elaborate form of communication?
That's the million-dollar question. Some theorists suggest that crop circles could be the work of time travelers, using the formations to gauge the accuracy of their time travel. Others propose that they might be landing codes or communication attempts from extraterrestrial beings.
Time travelers? Extraterrestrials? It sounds like science fiction, but I guess when you're dealing with such a mysterious phenomenon, you have to consider all possibilities.
Exactly. And that's what makes this topic so captivating. Whether you believe crop circles are messages from extraterrestrial beings, elaborate human creations, or something we haven't even considered yet, there's no denying the impact they've had on our culture and scientific research.
Well, this discussion has certainly given me a lot to think about. What do you think the future holds for crop circle research?
I think we'll see more advanced technology being used to study these formations. Drones, thermal imaging, and sophisticated analysis of soil and plant samples could provide new insights. There's also a growing effort to create a global database of crop circle information, allowing researchers to look for patterns and connections on a larger scale.
That sounds promising. Do you think we'll ever solve the mystery of crop circles?
It's hard to say. The crop circle phenomenon is complex and multifaceted, and it's possible that there isn't a single explanation that covers all cases. Some formations might be human-made, while others could have more exotic origins. The key is to keep an open mind, while applying rigorous scientific methods to our investigations.
That makes sense. It's important to approach this topic with both curiosity and skepticism. After all, isn't that the essence of scientific inquiry?
Absolutely. Whether crop circles turn out to be elaborate art projects, natural phenomena we don't yet understand, or something truly otherworldly, the journey of discovery is valuable in itself. It pushes us to question our assumptions and expand our understanding of the world around us.
Well said. I think that's a great note to end on. This discussion has certainly given me a new perspective on crop circles.
I'm glad to hear that. As we wrap up, let me leave our listeners with this thought. The crop circle phenomenon reminds us that there's still so much mystery in the world, even in something as seemingly mundane as a farmer's field. So keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and who knows, maybe someday you'll be the one to unravel this enigma. Follow us for updates, and don't forget to share your thoughts on today's episode. In our next episode, we'll explore the Piri Reis map. Until next time, keep questioning and keep exploring.